Greetings RC friends, welcome to the last day of Props and Wheels 14-day RC helicopter review challenge. I cannot believe we are already on the last day. In this series we have been reviewing micro-sized entry-level electric RC helicopters. On this last day we have an XK K100 Falcon. This is a micro helicopter, but it is more advanced than any that we have reviewed so far. This is 6-channel. It is called 3D 6G because it has gyroscopes to balance it out when you want to fly it stabilized. And if you want to do 3D, this has collective pitch. There's a separate servo to change the rotor blade angles. And you can fly it if you are skilled enough. I am not. You can fly it upside down and do 3D tricks. So I got this just to teach myself to fly 3D, and I have never done that before. So that's going to be a first. Let's open it up and see what is inside. This is small because it is bind and fly. It doesn't come with the transmitter. And what I'm planning to do is, hopefully I'll be binding it to my Radiomaster TX16S, which is an OpenTX multi-protocol transmitter. I love this transmitter, and hopefully I'll be able to bind it and fly it today. So this XK K100 uses Futaba S-FHSS protocol. That's what is claimed. And I'm hoping the instruction manual gives enough details about the channel numbers and everything so I can set this up properly on my TX16S. So what comes in the box? The instruction manual, the desiccant, so here is what we have, the helicopter itself, a very small charger, and the battery is already tucked in. And let's see. It is a one cell, 3.7 volt, 300 milliamp hour battery. It's a very small battery. It's amazing that these can actually fly these 3D helicopters. There's a protector for the rotor blades. Let's open them up. And then one full set of main rotor blades, one spare tail rotor blade, and a small Allen wrench, small Phillips screwdriver, and the main gear in case this one strips. So that's it. And I'm just going to get to it, start charging the battery, try to bind it to TX16S, and see you back. It is the next day. Why? Because I lapsed another day again. I apologize about that, but this was my first collective pitch helicopter setup, and especially on a OpenTX transmitter. So it took me over probably 6 hours to figure out how to do that. It was much more involved than I originally anticipated. I'm still learning, and on another video I'm going to show you how I did everything, but for just a summary, I set it up such that this has many switches available. So I'm using this SG switch as the rate switch. So all the way away is 100% for the cyclic for this right stick, the banking forward, back, right and left. So this is 75 and this is 50%. I set up another switch for, this is the SE switch. Again, that's just for the yaw, the right, left on the left stick. So 100%, 75, 50. And then I have this switch for throttle hold. So right now it's on throttle hold. If I push it back, this is a two-way switch, the SF switch. It gives a siren because now it's armed.
Engine off.
And then now the throttle is off. I couldn't find the throttle off sound on it. And then I have this S8 switch in the front. So on top, it is the fixed pitch, meaning that it just keeps the pitch of the blades at about 10 degrees and doesn't change it. And if I pull it down,
Flight mode acro.
this is the acro mode or the collective pitch mode. So, in the middle it will have 0 degrees, and going up it will fly up, and if you push it down the throttle stick, it will fly down.
Flight mode normal.
This is the normal, back to fixed pitch. And then I programmed this SD switch to have the 6G, which is the stabilize mode, and then when I pushed all the way, this is just basically will let you do anything. So it won't self-stabilize. And I programmed that way. And I did all that thanks to a video I found by John Salt. He's a RC helicopter expert, and I watched his video, which was about 35 minutes, several times. It is called Basics of RC Helicopter Transmitter Setup for Various Flying Styles. I'll put the link up here as well as down in the description. I did not exactly follow his steps, but I kind of modified it to give me what I needed. So I have just a couple throttle curves and pitch curves that I needed just to be able to fly this. And I'm now going to do the flight testing, but I'm not planning to go into the collective pitch or acro mode. So I'm going to probably keep it in the stability. If I go outside, I will maybe try that one. So I'm planning to use this K100 to train myself on collective pitch helicopters. And by the way, John Salt's video was on a very similar helicopter called K110. It's just a brushless version of this one. So it was extremely helpful, like using the wedges to measuring the pitch angles of the rotor blades. If you're wondering where I got this helicopter, how much I paid, I got it from Amazon in bind and fly version because it was cheapest at that time from Amazon. The price was $47.60, shipping and handling another $4.99. And after the taxes shipped to my door, it was $55.57. And that's the lowest price that I could ever find for this helicopter. If you are planning to get into collective pitch helicopters and you don't have a programmable radio like this one, I recommend buy the RTF version. It will give you a helicopter ready to fly out of the box, so you don't have to deal with what I had to. Okay, let's do the indoor flight testing now. Okay, it should be all good to go. I'm going to set both the cyclic as well as the rudder to 50%. And I'm leaving it what I think is in the stabilize mode, 6G mode. And the throttle is all the way down. I'm going to take off the throttle hold. Okay, so now it should be able to take off and fly. And my aim here is just to be able to hover without hitting anything, without crashing. So please bear with me and wish me luck. Okay, I think I can change the throttle curve to give a little bit more power. I'm quite a bit, I decreased the throttle for this fixed pitch. It is quite stable and easy to control with these settings. I just need to increase the throttle curve a little more. Let's see how it... I'm a little afraid of rotating it because I usually give also... Yeah, the rotation is slow as I expected. I'm going to increase the rotation a little bit. Yaw to 75% and see how it does. Yeah, this is better. And let's see what actually acro does. I'm going to switch it to acro mode. Not really acro mode, I'm still going to leave it at fixed pitch, whatever I should call it. Just a non-stabilized mode and see if anything happens. And I should be ready to flip the switch back on. Okay. It was getting really quick, moving right and left, and I didn't trust myself. So far it's great. So I put it back immediately to the gyro mode. Now John Salt is advising against using that mode because he's thinking that it will teach you bad habits. But if you want to fly something without crashing at the beginning, it's a good thing. You need to at one point unlearn that self-stabilizing nature and then try to get it stabilizing yourself. But it's always good to have it in an available switch where you can just switch it back on to the 6G mode and let it stabilize itself. Let me bring it all closer to the camera so you can see a little better. It is definitely stable, but this is not a beginner helicopter. I should tell you that. It is an entry-level helicopter to collective pitch helicopter. So let me land it. So far good. To tell the truth, I'm happy with myself that I was able to at least program this part of it. I didn't check the collective pitch, the other mode, like idle up mode. I may not be doing it outdoors either. I'm not probably ready for it. I got another trainer for myself. Actually, it was a birthday present from my sister and my brother-in-law, and it is a Blade Nano S3. And I think it's smaller than this one. I haven't opened the package yet. It's also the BNF Wind and Fly. But once I set it up, I think I will have more confidence flying something smaller than that, less prone to breaking upon impact from the ground. So maybe I'll train on that one. But for now, I'm going to keep flying this and then try different modes like unstabilized mode with the fixed pitch and see how it reacts. So I'm going to check outdoors, and if the rain has stopped, you will see me outdoors trying to fly this thing. Fortunately, the rain has subsided. Unfortunately, it is still very breezy. My app is showing 40 miles an hour. It's not always like that, but it's going to probably affect this flight testing. Anyway, what I did was I increased the throttle curve from -100 to +100. Before it was going up to, +60. So it was a little flatter, so I put it to the diagonal. And that should help. And because it is so windy, I'm going to increase the triple race to not 100% but 75%. And then I'm going to do it in the fixed pitch mode with this one. And right now the throttle hold is on. I'm going to arm it. It's all good. So we should be ready to go. And by the way, it's a stabilized mode. And I'm planning to keep it in stabilized mode, especially in this wind. I'm not going to attempt it. I just want to give you a quick outdoor flight, and that's it. There is a way of calibrating the gyro that's you take both sticks down and to the outside like this, and you should see and hear the servos like clicking. So I'm going to do that, and the servos just clicked and it should be all good. It takes about 3 seconds of holding. Okay, wish me luck again. I think I can move it to 100% because it's quite stable. Well, let's fly it a little bit and see how it does. I think I give too much throttle. It just keeps going up and up. And the throttle curve is throttle is increasing slowly because this is fixed pitch. The throttle response is not like instantaneous like a collective pitch. But so far very stable. I wasn't expecting that. I'm almost tempted to try out the unstabilized mode, maybe get a little closer to me and a little higher. And of course my index finger is going to be on this switch ready to push it up. Okay, I'm going to push it up because I'm not trusting myself. As I mentioned, I am an advanced beginner in terms of flying helicopters. And the wind is kind of making me nervous. And I'm going to attempt to land it smack in the middle of the helipad. All right, success. Any day, I say, any day I don't crash is a successful day. So here it is. The XK K100 bound to my Radiomaster TX16S. It's a bind and fly version. I programmed it all for the first time in my life, thanks to John Salt's video. Again, I'll put it up here in the link. It is fantastic. What can I say? This is my first successfully flown collective pitch helicopter, although it was flown in fixed pitch mode. That's okay. I'm going to transition to collective pitch soon, and I'm going to transition using the 6G mode less. That's coming. And 14th day is over. Sorry, there have been 2 lapses, but on the next video I'm going to bring all these 14 helicopters together on the table on the next video, tomorrow's video, and go one by one which one you should consider depending on your level, depending on your goals, where you want to be, skill level, how much you want to spend, how much you want to be involved. You want something ready to fly out of the box, or you like tinkering and setting up things. So that's coming. Please stay tuned. Hope to see you on that video. Take care. Bye bye. Here is some additional footage of the flight testing. I'm going to try with the gyro system off after I take off, of course. Okay, gyro off. So it's not stabilizing, so I'm just flying it myself. So if I put it to the right, it just keeps drifting. If I put it to the left, it keeps drifting. So I have to center it. This is manual. It is the gyro is only correcting for unintended changes. It's not self-leveling. It's not that bad, not as bad as I expected it to be. So it is good, all good. I think I can fly it like that, like I fly my airplanes, and my index finger is here on that switch in case I need to set it straight. It's not that bad at all. Okay, I put it back because coming down it was kind of getting a little iffy. Okay, not bad, not bad.